the girl a-running in a group. She had a high-speed motor in a 40 Ford coupe. She had a racing cam and a supercharged. Look at Buddy, hot rod at large. She's a hot rod. She's a hot rod. She's my hot rod.
That Chicago Auto Show is so cool. And this is an important year. I can't stress enough how important this year is, because you're going to see technology that's going to be on cars that's going to be, it's going to be factory. It's going to be standard. And you're going to live with it. Self-braking, lane steering, lane variation. You're going to get it whether you like it or not. It's going to come standard on a lot of cars, like air conditioning. And the insurance companies like it. The insurance companies are figuring it's going to save a lot of money. And they're still not going to lower your premiums, trust me. But would that be nice if they... Well, you know what, though? Pretty soon we won't even need insurance companies because cars will be driven for us. It won't matter. Another star or a winner at the Detroit Auto Show in the heavy-duty truck war. The heavy-duty truck war is hot and heavy right now, by the way. If you're looking to buy trucks, now's the time to do it. The Dodge Ram HD. The Ram has really came out strong, and they're just... they're mind-boggling. 1,000 foot-pounds of torque. Let me just tell you, if you need a truck to do the job, wow, is Dodge is leading the league. The losers. Now we got to talk about the losers. There's winners and there's losers in every little game, right? Well, there are. Loser. The Xfinity QX Inspiration concept car. The biggest loser of the show is unquestionably Nissan's Infiniti QX Inspiration concept car. It's just, they're doing this car is like, this isn't a car of the future. This is a car of the past. Why they're even bothering with it is beyond me. I couldn't tell you. Well, we'll see. I'm going to look at it when we go to the show. We're going to take pictures of it. I might even get T-Rex to get in it and take it for a spin and tell me how bad it is. Another big loser, it's one of ours, the Cadillac XT6. Cadillac kind of stepped into the crossover market too late, and now they're trying to catch up with this vehicle. Cadillac had its pants down. Everybody else has got all kinds of new options and stuff on their crossovers, and Cadillac has got a basic crossover here they're trying to enter the market with. Too little, too late. I'm just telling you, Cadillac, you lost your edge. Another loser, and because it's a dying breed of sedans, and I'm not going to cry a tear for the Volkswagen Passat. There's no way I'm crying a tear for that car. Never been a big VW fan to begin with, but guess what? I'm not crying a tear over that bad boy. And plus the sedans are done. Everybody's using SUVs and crossovers. They're trying their heart out. I was a little taken aback Sunday when I read a couple articles on this and put this together. Carlos Ghosn. Carlos Ghosn was a guy that everybody in the car business loved. They respected him. They thought of him as a superstar. Some years ago, when Nissan was deep in debt and floundering, they hired a new CEO to try and fix the problem. Carlos Ghosn emerged as a miracle worker, or a new type Lee Iacocca, if you want to call that, when he spun the company around and it became profitable again. A few years later, Mitsubishi had hit the skids, the same wall. Carlos became their president also and succeeded. And recently, his newest challenge was the French car maker Renault, which is a work in progress, but it's going big guns. The undisputed ruler of 3 car manufacturers with 3 huge salaries coming in. Now, this guy had to be making big dough. Led our man Carlos to a huge lifestyle. A huge lifestyle. You know the rest of the story. Underreporting income for tax reasons, embezzling from 3 companies to feed the lifestyles. They had outgrown to pay. He had 3 paychecks. The lifestyle outgrew the paychecks. Yachts, planes, etc. He can get costly. Yeah, all that gets costly, you know. Yes, Carlos got caught with his hand in the cookie jar. But not before he saved 3 car companies. So I don't discredit this man. Not at all. I'm telling you, he's not a bad guy. Absolutely not. We talk a little bit about this car show coming up. T Rex and I we're gonna be in there. We're gonna be having a good time. I ride around on my scooter and do some interviews. He films, and then we pick and choose where we're going to eat all day because there's all kinds of free stuff, free food, and everybody's out to talk to you. Matter of fact, last year I tried to talk to the Volkswagen rep about diesels, and he just turned and walked away. Well, you can't blame him. He knew I was out to get him. It wasn't fair what I was pulling, I guess. But I really hoped he would say something about those diesels. Like maybe we're not guilty, because boy, has that changed since it came around. I got to tell you, the new Chevy Silverado 4-cylinder, Chevy Silverado pickup truck, okay? They come with a V8, and they come with a V6, or a straight 6, I think. And they come with now a 4-cylinder. You want to hear something really bad? The Chevy Silverado 4-cylinder gets worse fuel economy than the V8. Oh yeah. Chevy has been taken back on this. People are, jumping on them and saying, "Hey, what's the deal with this 4-cylinder? This 4-cylinder should get better mileage." Think about it. You're working that thing to death. I'll bet you that 4-cylinder doesn't last you 50,000 miles. And you got to take it out and throw it away. There is a lot of room under the hood now, though. So you could actually put another luggage compartment under there, I guess. But this 4-cylinder gets worse gas mileage than the V8. And Chevy's answer to the media on this was, "Don't look at the sticker." Oh, if you build it, they won't come. If it's not going to get better mileage than a V8, come on. Let's give me a break, all right? Hyundai has a new airbag system. The Hyundai's new airbag system aims to protect in secondary collisions. This new multi-collision airbag, which aims to keep drivers and passengers safe in the event of a secondary impact. You hit front, and then all of a sudden you're spun around and get hit again on the side. Now that airbag's got a second one that goes off. It's a secondary reactionary system that will protect you from multiple crashes or chain crashes, like on those highways. You see all those cars lined up in the snow, all sideways and stuff. Well, guess what? This Hyundai situation is going to take care of you. Now, what I need to know is if, in fact, any of these are Takata airbags. No, they can't be. I'm teasing. They can't be Takata airbags because Takata's out of business. And all those poor guys that own those air companies that own these cars with the airbags, the companies are having to foot the bill. This is why it's taken so long to get them called in. But I'll tell you, it's or even if your impact wasn't severe enough to force to deploy the airbags then, if you just got tapped in the rear, well, if the guy behind you gets rammed and then he rams you, guess what? The airbag will go off. It's all secondary. It's a thinking airbag system. And you know how that's going to work, because half the time the airbag system in these cars does not work. It does not work for beans. 928 Car Guys, if you want to weigh in on us. Subaru's sole vehicle factory in Japan, accounting for roughly 60% of global production. They only have one factory in Japan. Subaru's got two in this area. They got one in Indiana for sure. I think they got 2 or 3 in the United States. Good for them. Hire our people. Makes a better car anyway. Get the United Auto Workers involved. You get an even better car, doggone it. They're going to be out of production. It's in Tokyo, and it's the only factory they have in Japan. And it's going to be out of production for 2 weeks because they discovered a defect in a power steering component. And I believe they're doing steer by wire too, so that's electronics. There's a glitch somewhere, and it's got to be figured out. It's got to be stopped, not for steering. They're figuring it's going to cost them about 13.5 billion yen, or 123 million greenbacks a week. So we'll see what happens. I hope I hope they make it. I don't know that these are cars that they sell here too. I don't think they sell them here. There's Subaru plants built here, and they're sold here. That's pretty cool, actually. Waymo plans to expand in Michigan. Another place in Michigan going to expand. Where the heck is this at? T-Rex gave this to me. I should have read it. Wow. But anyway, Waymo is going to expand in Michigan, hire 400 people. They are a supplier, a partner to Magna for the self-driving system by Fiat Chrysler Automobiles and Jaguar. Self-driving company Waymo plans to extend its footprint in Michigan. I guess so, with that kind of money and those kind of numbers. 400 more jobs. I'm telling you, Michigan is the state that is really taken off, and it's specifically the Detroit area. When I was a kid, Detroit was a bustling town. Big time, heavy duty manufacturing and big jobs and big executives and it was just everything. Limos and everything ran around town. It was a great, booming town. And it's going to be again. Before this mess is all over, it's going to be. You trust me. It's going to be great. And I think that's wonderful. I really do. I am so glad for them. Not happy for Subaru having to call it quits, but for a couple of weeks. But Waymo, God bless you. Well, strange bedfellows, here we go again. Toyota and Panasonic are launching a battery venture and expanding the EV push. Toyota is really jumping into the electric vehicle. They're just jumping up and down. And the JV, which is a Panasonic company or whatever, they build initially a lithium-ion battery partnership struck between these two companies in late January 2017. It reflects the aim of the Japanese companies to become bigger. These lithium-ion batteries, I'm hoping they're safe. I don't know. It'll make them one of the world's largest automakers and battery producers if they're involved with this company. You're going to have two very essential to the future companies that are going to be in bed together, Toyota and Panasonic. Panasonic's an old name, been around forever. It's a Japanese company, of course, but they know what they're doing. I mean, they built my first stereo. At least that's I thought they did. Yeah, they did. The two companies will transfer a total of 3,500 employees. The joint venture, they will be sold by various automakers. So these batteries will be sold to different automakers. I have yet to see the price go down on these, though. I got to tell you, the only car that uses a nickel cadmium is Prius. That's a Toyota. I'm hoping that they don't change the Prius over to lithium ion, because that would bother me. Lithium ion, as far as I'm concerned, lithium ion is still a work in progress. I'm not sure it's that safe. The automakers, the plane remember when they grounded the DC-10s or the 747s or something because they were catching fire in the cockpits, the lithium ion batteries? Oh yeah. T-Rex's favorites. Oh, I forgot about that. They're gonna have some demonstrations at the auto show. I might let him light the matches or something. You never know. He's been a good boy all year. We're gonna let him start the igniting. It'll be a good time. I can't wait to get to this auto show. It's the McCormick Place, of course, February 9th to the 18th for the general public, and it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be just wonderful, and it's going to be crowded because this is a big year. Big year. This is the year you're going to see technology. You're going to see a lot of things coming up. You're going to see the new cars that are going to be equipped with standard equipment that may scare you at first. I know if you're my age and you don't know cars, it would come as a pretty good shock. It wouldn't be a lot of fun. Let's put it that way. It's not something you take lightly. Not at all. It's not something that you can take for granted either. You can't assume that car is going to stop for you. This new technology is great, but is it going to work every time? Well, you tell me. I know what works on the brake pedal every time. My foot. When I hit the brake pedal with my foot, it works every time. When I turn the steering wheel with these two little hands, it works every time. I'm just saying. When I turn the wipers on, it works every time, unless the wipers are bad. But I can't rely on the car to turn the wipers on. I can't rely on the car to turn the headlights on. And I refuse to rely on the car to stop or turn on its own.